Oh, yes. We are live here on the Love Gurus podcast. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. We're going to take ridiculous dating questions from Reddit and from you guys in the comments. Let's go.
You think your love life is going kind of bad? If you find out your girlfriend accidentally banged your dad.
It's Easter. It's an Easter thing
Right.
to do.
You think
They're
your
Orthodox.
romance maybe ain't the norm. If you find out your fiance has been slipping it to your mom.
Still an Easter celebration.
Yeah.
The Lord is risen.
I think
Christ has
that's Mother's
died.
Day.
Ah, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
At least that's how we celebrate it in my family.
When your life is screwed. Love.
Yes.
The switch up.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are the Love Gurus podcast. Thank you to everybody who's listening. We are live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, or a few minutes afterwards if I'm having tech issues like I was just now. But either way, we're starting almost on time, and
Very close.
I'm looking forward to the podcast. We got some awesome questions tonight.
Yeah. It's raining here in New York, so a good night for us to just stay in and podcast. You know, a lot of people losing their umbrellas because they thought, listen, this $12 umbrella from
Yeah.
CVS,
Yeah.
isn't it crazy that we live in an era where $12 just buys you a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Like, no matter
Right.
what you're talking about.
It's
a clock.
made in China.
Yeah,
What do you expect? I mean, I like this panel. It's looking very heavy flow. We're
Yeah.
gonna get. It's like The View,
Yeah,
but
100%.
with a stepdad.
just don't insinuate that I'm the Republican because I have a cardigan on. Please
Oh,
don't.
no, that's definitely me because I have blonde hair.
Ah,
It's very
yeah,
expensive, so I'm gonna toe the line.
All right. Yeah, I'm super excited about this episode. Let me introduce our two hilarious guests.
Yeah.
First up, she's a first-time guest to the podcast and a hilarious stand-up comic, Cher Landman. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I just want to give like a disclaimer. Don't take any of the advice that I say. I've never been married before. I'm almost 40. It's probably bad news.
Oh,
I'll try.
I
I'll
think
try.
that
You'll
is-
see.
That is the advice actually that I look for from people is the people that who can observe other people's relationships and say something great. You know what I mean? Like that, but someone who's been in a relationship for a long time and is like, well, you need to do it like this. It's like, well, you don't seem happy. Okay, like why are you
Sure.
commenting? Is my mic on?
It is. I just realized I somehow switched my board around to where I'm not sure which which mics are which. So we're gonna play a little bit of musical chairs with the mics, but
Okay.
not before I introduce our second guest, returning guest, a hilarious stand-up comic, Lauren Culp. Thank you for being on the show.
Oh, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you for being back. How you been?
Stand-up comic at this point in my life is a very loose term. It's more like sit down and judge others' comment.
Oh, I think I found out which mic mine was. That's why I
Oh.
tried to say sure, and it
Yeah.
blew my eardrums out.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
that'd be me.
Yeah. Is mine's okay? You guys can
Yeah.
hear me, right? Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wait, am I being heard? I don't
No.
think so. Turn it up more. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
100%.
We need more white
100%.
women heard in this world.
Yeah.
fine. But yeah, it's so this week we definitely have a great slew of people to help. I think if I had to associate a theme for this episode, it would be just break up. Okay. It's
very cool.
Yeah, but we don't know.
we don't know that yet.
We don't know that yet. That's my first hot take, but it could, as we diagnose these questions, we could have a completely different
Right.
outcome. So who knows?
Well,
Sometimes toxic relationships make the heart grow fonder.
You just
as
gave me a
as
challenge.
Maya
that I
Angelou used to
plan
say.
to keep them together.
Yeah.
There you
Make
go.
sure that
You're
these
the
toxic.
devil's advocate.
I'm gonna be the let's keep them together tonight.
Yeah,
I like
Lauren
that.
is
I like that.
anti-divorce, anti-breakup.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
okay.
I'm gonna fight that.
She's like an old school priest from back in the day.
Oh,
I don't care
yeah.
how many lovers he has. You make him break up with them. You keep the family together.
Hey man, I got a lot of years of Catholic school under my belt, so
Yeah,
I'm ready.
yeah.
Boom,
The
boom.
Lord is on Lauren's side.
Tons of guilt. All right.
All right. Well, I
Somebody's
think.
got to go on Maury Povich. Look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like somebody to write in like with paternity tests so we can read the question and then the answers to the paternity
that'd be
test.
great.
That would be pretty awesome.
I don't know. For some reason, like when you say paternity test, I know that this isn't how it happens, but it does make me think of like, when you see like people hand their pregnancy test over to and I'm like, you peed on that.
Yeah.
You peed on that. They're like crying and like putting it on the mantle. I'm like,
yeah.
that's
Girl put it in his
disgusting.
food
Doing
or
key bumps
something?
with it and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, she didn't understand why it was bad. And it's like, girl, because you peed on it.
You peed
Yeah.
on that. So that's why I don't know why I think that you pee on a paternity test.
I
Yeah.
don't know why you
The
would
You
heat
don't.
popsicle? The
Yeah,
popsicle
yeah, that's
one?
what it was.
Yeah.
Popsicle. It was a popsicle.
She made a popsicle
Yeah.
on the paternity
Yeah.
test.
And she was like, I don't understand why this is bad. And I was like,
Pregnancy
oh, you should not be pregnant.
Yeah, that is. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well,
I did a key bump off a pregnancy stick one time, but then I was like, wait a
mean-
minute, man, this is gross. I don't want to
Yeah,
sniff
but
this.
like everyone does that in college, right?
Yeah. Well, that was the only way I could get into my fraternity is I had to do prego stick bumps, and
Yeah.
that was it.
I mean compared to some bar bathrooms, a used pregnancy test
Sure.
is cleaner,
Yes.
than
Yes.
whatever service.
I could
you
tell
would
there
use.
was only one type of urine on that. There was
Oh,
one
yeah.
urine as opposed to many different people's
You yourself
little
become
splashes.
your own urinalysis, like as you do drugs off of.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I could do a bump off a toilet seat and be like, that guy's not going to pass a UA.
Yeah. That guy's
Hope
got
he's not
bad
on parole.
kidneys.
Go see your urologist. Oh, my God.
Is that pancreatic cancer I'm sniffing? Okay.
You're pregnant.
It's not a boy or a girl. It's trans. It's non-binary or something. I could tell.
I can tell you have gonorrhea.
All right. Well, let's bring some guru-ly advice to our first question. But first, let's hear from the unofficial fifth member of the podcast, the white wine we're drinking. We are drinking some amazing Sauvignon Blanc called Duck Walk. People, do you want a delicious wine to go with your Thursday evening? You can't do better than Duck Walk Sauvignon Blanc. This distinctive Long Island Sauvignon Blanc. That's where the best wine comes from, is Long Island. 100%.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we got Long Island wine. This distinctive Long Island Sauvignon Blanc displays typical varietal characteristics, intense aromas of ripe melon-like fruit. Just say melon, bro.
Yeah.
Like, how shady is, wow.
Melon-like.
It's like
Melon-like.
like an apple with tits. Know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah.
They eat this in Burma. How dare you not drink this wine? Yeah. Intense aromas of ripe melon-like fruit accompanied with refreshing, elegant finish of natural citric and lemon flavors. Small lots are aged for 6 months in stainless steel vats, then blended to create Suve Select. Enjoy this crisp summer wine with your favorite seafood, poultry, and everything spicy. Spicy food with white wine? Is that like
Yeah, it's like
especially with sweet. It's
yeah,
really
it's like
kinda
milk
balanced.
I can
and
see that.
like milk after some hot
No.
But
sauce.
There
I
you
do
go.
like how they just like put it all on the table. How they did. They didn't leave anything to guess. They
No,
were like,
I-
this is how we do it. This is what you,
You know?
put it with.
It's like the gynecological exam of
Yeah.
Yeah.
wine descriptions.
Yeah.
Like we get it. We've
They're
seen.
like, you're pregnant.
Yeah. Duck Walk was like, listen, they're making a Hulu doc about us. Let's get out in front of it.
Yeah.
We're just going to put all the crazy shit we did on the wine label. Suck our dicks, Hulu.
I feel like Duck Walk is like a Long Island sex move. Like,
Yeah.
Sure. When they're too drunk to stand up straight, they just kind of duck walk against each other till they come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's
that's
like-
when you come off of the LIRR and you've been vomiting in the aisle.
It's when you're so drunk, but you're making out and taking your clothes off at the same time while you're trying to walk to the bed, but you keep stumbling over everything, so you have to do this. And then the guy's doing this because the girl is not really walking that fast, and so he's
Yeah.
kind of dragging her along. And then he kind of then throws her on the bed, and when she lands on the bed, she kind of makes a quack noise, you know, like.
Oh, like her vagina.
Quacking
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Quacking it up.
Yeah. My vagina's quacked
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
I'll
Who
say it.
doesn't, you know? If you don't admit that your vagina hasn't quacked, you're not a real woman.
Yeah, you're not living.
We're
Okay.
going to gatekeep that one real quick.
100%. I once had my urethra crack when I was on acid. It was crazy. I had no idea where it was coming from. No pun intended, but that was pretty wild. Why was it doing that? Because I was taking acid and drinking Duck Walk Sauvignon Blanc. Get you some.
Yeah.
Now let's take our first question from the wild animals on Reddit. But first, let me read some questions. Oh, we have Katie on YouTube saying hi. Thank you, Katie, for being here. Joanne on YouTube says, wow, and she's the Catholic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Catholics have a lot of sexual
Repressed,
repressed.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just ask my priest when I was a kid. He was the one who made my dick quack when I was on acid. It was crazy.
Just let it out, Jake. Don't suppress it. But yeah.
I don't.
Glad I'm
I didn't
Jewish.
then.
But yeah, I think we should take our first question.
Absolutely. Let's take our first question from the wild animals on Reddit.
First question. My boyfriend got drunk and accused me of cheating on him with his son. My boyfriend David is 45 and I'm 41, and we've been together for 7 years. We both have our own apartments, and his son Chris lives with him. Saturday evening, David had a few too many and got obnoxious because he was so drunk, so I decided to go home. When I couldn't find my keys, I took his truck home. He said that he was sorry for being so drunk and he'll bring my car to my house the next morning. Around 11 p.m., I tried to call David, but his phone was dead, so I texted his son Chris to check on David and ask him to remind him that I took the truck. At 3:30 a.m., my doorbell rings, and it's David looking mad as hell and still drunk.
You fucked my son for the last time, Eleanor.
I asked him what was wrong, and I saw my car keys in his hand, so I figured maybe he'd forgotten that I took his truck. So I told him to calm down and to ask him to remember what happened. He tells me that he just woke Chris up, and kicked him out because he thinks that me and his son left together, and I cheated on him with Chris. I'm obviously shocked, and he asks me, did you cheat with my son? And I told him, of course not. Why would he think that? He wouldn't accept my answer and kept asking me if I cheated on him with his son. Eventually, he says, let's go to bed. So trying to calm him down. Then he says, I love you, but if I found out that you slept with my son, I'm going to fuck Chris's girlfriend to get even. Now,
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon.
now I was very pissed off, and so I pushed him away and told him to fuck off and leave, and that he was so drunk and disgusting. The next morning, he apologized and asked me again if I slept with his son. I said no.
I'm so sorry that I insinuated that you slept with my son, but seriously.
And he hasn't asked me again. I know that when people cheat, they accuse their partner of cheating. So now I'm wondering, did David maybe do something with Chris's girlfriend at some point? Or did he cheat on me with someone else? So just to give a quick recap, again, so the son is, I don't know if I said it, but the son's 23. So we're not talking about.
It's legal.
Right. It could be, legal. So, but there's a 45-year-old man, a 41-year-old woman, and the man gets very drunk, accuses his girlfriend of sleeping with his son, even though it's, maybe she texted him, like she took the car, like, but he, again, still in like his drunkenness is like, you slept with the son. And so her question is, maybe he himself did something and it's like he's accusing her of cheating because he himself cheated. I think that there's maybe some truth to that, because why else would he be throwing around these accusations unless it's like, but it might be a situation of maybe the son is like super hot, Sure. Like the son
That's
is
what
now...
I know. That's what I know. The son is hot. If you're a man and you're intimidated by your own son, you know that your son is fucking hot. And not only that, you know that your son's got a big dick. You've seen it, and you're just like, damn, he's gonna be swinging it.
But
where the hell did he get that dick? She must have slept on me, around on me. I'm gonna go smack her in the face. There's no way that's my kid.
By the way, shout out to my parents who are tuning in.
It's
Stephen on YouTube says shout out to Lauren from Mom and Dad.
I'm
Welcome.
actually amazed that the question is not, should I break up with him because he needs to go to AA? Like, that's the only thing that keeps resonating in my mind.
She's
like,
not.
Right.
Yeah. The question.
She was very cool with that. She was like, my boyfriend got so drunk last night that he accused me of fucking his son, like you do.
Yeah.
It was a Tuesday.
Yeah.
He came back home at 7 a.m. still drunk from the night before. 3 days later, he was drunk again. I'm like, I'm seeing a pattern.
Yeah.
I love coming on on this show because I don't think I've ever come on this show once where it's like we're a married couple. You know, it's always been like dating or whatever.
That's why the Reddit
And,
questions are great.
I
It's
love
never like healthy stuff like we're in a loving marriage and we're just having a fight about the toothpaste roll.
Honestly, I think this couple should get married. Because, and this is the stance I'm taking tonight.
Okay.
Because he cares about her so much that he is threatened by his own son. He's like,
wow,
don't fuck my son, please.
So you're saying that his level of commitment is so deep that he accuses her of cheating on him with everyone.
Yeah, he's so insecure.
Including his own flesh and blood.
He's so insecure
Got
of
it.
his own hot big dick son.
Yeah.
That he's like, oh shit, please, honey, don't ever cheat on me, especially with my hot big dick son. I love you so much. This is what I think about when you're not around and every time I'm drunk, and it's a big worry of mine. And you're so hot at 41 that you'd fuck my 23-year-old son who has a girlfriend. Yeah. And honestly, she should just lock him down.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, who doesn't want a man who is 45, deeply insecure, looking at his own child and regretting what happened in his own youth? I mean, that to me
isn't that every
100%.
dad? Isn't that every dad?
Oh, this is me to a T. I can tell you, even looking at my son's ultrasound, I'm like, Jesus, he's got a hammer on him. Look at that. Look at that. It's just a little squiggly thing, but it's bigger than his goddamn arms.
Yeah, but so it's, let's answer the question, or the one question she's asking, I guess. Do you guys think that he has cheated on her? Yes or no?
Oh, definitely. But they should get married.
I'm going to say no because he's always too drunk to get it up.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a little plot twist. It's like, I'm going to cheat on my wife tonight. Oh, I swear this never happens. I swear it never happens.
Because
whiskey dick.
Because so I think he has cheated.
How about he asks, what duck walk Sauvignon Blanc dick? That's what I think this guy's got.
I think he has cheated, and the reason why I say
100%.
is because because he did, and so like that cheating has like been on his mind. Then when he gets drunk, the only other male that he saw around, because like they were at home, was his son.
Yeah.
So he's like cheating.
Handsome, big
She
dick.
cheated.
Yeah.
She cheated. What's the only person that she could have cheated with? My son. I knew it. And,
I want to see what the son looks like. I bet he's like disgusting, but
but hotter than this guy.
I mean,
like hotter than this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that these people are not like on the
there's
Harvard Board of Education.
A lot of missing teeth, you know?
No,
and honestly, the more teeth you're missing is a bigger threat to your wife, if you think about it. You know what I'm saying, ladies?
Say pickup truck.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did, I mean, they did say pickup truck.
Yeah. This is
so get married to him and see what that son's about. You know, you get more into the actual cheating on the.
Is that son's name Jaden? Is this from Will Smith's girlfriend? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
Part 2 to the question is he slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars for insinuating his son had a bigger dick than him.
Here's really who is in danger is Chris's girlfriend. Know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
she is. I mean, she is basically like 3 Miller Lights away from this guy getting real inappropriate.
Could
And
you imagine, like you're hanging out with Jaden? Let's say that kid's the name. That's the name of the kid. She's like, you know, it's so crazy. My dad just accused his girlfriend of fucking me, and she's like, that's not funny, Jaden. Jaden, you're hot with a big dick, and your dad's girlfriend is subpar. So like.
Yeah,
I like her giving him a pep talk, like, "Oh, you're way out of your stepmom's league. Stop. You could do better. You could do better."
Yeah.
Now your stepsister, on the other hand, I've got my eye on that whore. So she better stay away from you.
Yeah, I think I agree with Lauren. I think they definitely should get married.
Yeah.
But my final advice is at least warn the girlfriend that this dad is saying creepo stuff that. Like, because it's, again, like, you know, he just seems like such a loose cannon.
He's
just
pretty
to
out there.
avoid a situation where she comes out of the bathroom and his like pants are around his ankles. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
for
she
sure.
she needs to be warned.
Just keep him away from her.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even say don't bring it up. That creates unnecessary drama, but never leave them
never leave them alone.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I'm very well versed in this, and as not calling myself, and definitely he is to be watched at all times. And I don't know, maybe the girlfriend should move in so that she doesn't have to leave, and there doesn't have to be another question about it.
Yeah, you know what they should.
You know, this would really been solved if she just stayed.
And she should stay, and then just install cameras all over the house so that they can watch his every move, and then
get a prenup.
Yeah, because they don't want that pickup truck just going away in the divorce.
Get the pickup truck in the divorce. You'll never be happy. But I'm not saying that right now. I'm saying get married because I'm staying on stay together tonight.
Yeah. So that's my final advice: is definitely stay together because you've got a catch, but tell the girlfriend about it. That's my final advice.
Absolutely. Before we do more final advice, let me get caught up on some comments. Joel on YouTube says, WTF, you're almost on time. I was listening to the Glenn Johnson mix of Get Back and had to stop. At Amy on YouTube, go for it. Oh, wait, that wasn't a confession. My bad. Let's see. Matthew on YouTube says, is it a... Oh, I think this is actually a question for us.
Yeah.
So we'll take that next.
Oh, great.
Joel on YouTube says, at the Love Gurus podcast, Jake, is it okay to be jealous when you saw the ultrasound? I'll be honest. I was jealous when I saw it too. Fucking A, man. You know? It's like my kid on fucking steroids, man. We conceived him underneath power lines. What can I tell you?
I thought you had a third arm when I saw those photos. I was like, wow.
It's like, oh my God, he's deformed. Wait, no, that's a foreskin. He's fine. Joanne on YouTube says, but is that guy's son really his son? Someone contact Maury.
Oh yeah, get that pregnancy test out.
Yeah, 100%.
Get Lauren's bloodhound nose on it.
Yeah. Go to whatever Greyhound bus stop this guy is bled at and get some of his blood. Have it tested. You know.
No, that's way too much. Let me just do drugs on like somewhere you peed.
There you go. Let me just sniff his do a pump on the toilet. Yeah. Joanne on YouTube says perfect time for a random paternity test. Let's see. Amy on YouTube says to the girlfriend, "Girl, you are in danger."
Girl, you in danger, girl. Oh my God, best
Sure.
line of all of movie history. So I've given my final advice. What other final advice do we have for this person?
I gave mine. Get married. Move in. There won't be an issue if you just stay.
Yeah,
and then sign a prenup too.
Yeah, get a prenup.
Get
we
that
want
truck
prenup.
and the divorce. That will eventually
truck
happen,
and the
but I'm not
divorce.
saying it right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think honestly, the obvious. Joel on YouTube says you asked for names starting with a V the other day. Nope, just name him Jake the Snake. There we go.
Yeah! Jake
I should
the Snake.
Jake the Snake Vevera.
Jake the Snake. Yeah,
I like that. Yeah. Honestly, I think the obvious answer is to break up with this guy because he's insane and it's
Venomous Vevera would be cool.
Venomous Vevera. Yeah. Venom Vevera.
Venom-
I'll fucking get you, Batman. You shit on me for the last time. Now I'm gonna shit on you in all of Gotham. I'm Venomous Vevera.
Like
I think
only
he just needs like a frozen pizza. I really,
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
he just needs to like sleep it off. I don't know what's going on. He's obviously insecure. He has a whiskey dick, so like that.
Yeah.
There's weird
Good
insecurity.
advice.
I think he's just fucking pissed off because here's the thing. Should I ever have a second wife after my son is born in 20 years from now, I have even a shred of evidence that she fucked my son. It's not going to take a couple six-packs for me to bring it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm coming to her with this
no, you're wrong.
almost right away. I'd be like, hey, why am I, what's my son's underwear doing in your sock drawer? Or like, whatever. Like, if there was any kind of credible evidence that for some reason you were fucking this guy's son, he probably would have came to you right away and not stopped at the bar after work. You know, like that would have been big fish to fry. It would have been more important than having a few drinks. So this is clearly something that just came out when he was drunk. The part where it's like, I'm going to go fuck my son's girlfriend. Like, clearly this guy's deranged or whatever. I would, the obvious thing is to leave this guy. However, you could just stay with him and troll him a bit first. You know what I mean? Like, so you start sleeping around a little bit, but then, you start leaving your phone out with like porn that you found with guys that look almost like a younger version of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And just really start making it seem like you have a type, and that type is that guy minus 20 years in a beer gut. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you could do. Is just
isn't
have
that
porn that
dating in
looks
your
like his son.
40s is like looking at the children and being like, oh, that was him what it was like 20 years ago. And, you know, like, that's the hotter, younger, faster model.
I mean,
Like,
that's
literally
why.
faster.
Sure.
I bet he comes really quick.
That's. I mean, I feel like that's why Hunter Biden kind of had a resurgence. You know, it was like, you know, those pictures of Joe Biden when he was kind of young and hot resurfaced, and then everyone was like, hey, Hunter Biden's kind of hot. Then they're like, wait, that guy has a massive drug problem.
Yeah.
Do
Very
not
big
touch
drug
him with a
problem.
10-foot pole.
Yeah, this guy is what Hunter Biden would have been if his daddy wasn't the president. You know what I mean? If he was just a district manager at Burger King somewhere, it would be this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So thank your lucky stars, Hunter. This, there, but by the grace of God, go you. This is you, man.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I think we answered that question. Should we? So, do we want to do Matthew's question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Let's take our next question on the Love Gurus podcast from Matthew on YouTube. You got it up, or I could read it. Okay.
Yeah, you go ahead and read it.
From Matthew on YouTube, is it a red flag if you're in your 30s and haven't been in a serious relationship?
Okay. I mean, this to me, I mean, there's a lot that can, obviously, like background information that's missing out. Like Nelson Mandela wasn't in a relationship for like 30, or was he married? I don't know. I'm not. That's why, you know. But like, were you in jail for a long time? Then no, it's not that bad.
He was married when he went to jail.
Okay. But yeah, so I personally, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world if you're, 30s and you haven't had a serious relationship, as long as you're not one of those, it's not, is it an incel? Yeah, an incel on the internet saying, women are terrible, or like committing hate crimes because you haven't been in a relationship. Look, there are a lot of people out there. And also, with the dating apps, it's so easy to not commit to anyone because everyone's always looking for something else.
The
because
next best thing is another swipe away, I always say, you know?
Yeah, now that said, there's a lot of incels on Reddit, so if you guys are fans of the podcast, we ain't talking about you.
Yeah.
You ain't the incels that we don't like.
yeah.
You guys, she meant, hashtag not all incels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys are cool. We're cool with you.
Yeah. But also, the other thing as well is that...
there's a thing
is that mine?
making noise.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I was confused. I was like, dude, is she doing ventriloquism? Is she trashing incels like from across the room?
Yeah.
Already?
But also...
Joel on YouTube says, hold up, that looking at someone and thinking, wow, what would you have looked like 20 years ago is okay. However, I see my mother-in-law every day. I realized how much she and my wife look alike. I'm scared.
Yes, fuck her, Joel.
I think
Get ahead of the game.
Yeah, I think that's totally appropriate. But the other thing I want to, just going back to the question, if you're in your 30s and you haven't been in a serious relationship, but you want to be in a serious relationship, you might look at the people that you are trying to pursue. Like, if it's men or women that are just, they themselves are dicks. And so, maybe you're looking for the wrong person, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, do you think definitely a no-go?
How hot is this person?
We don't know.
Is there like?
I mean,
He's
honestly,
I know
they
this person.
really-
He's decent. He's
look,
good.
I was going to
Okay.
say,
Really?
it's Matthew on YouTube. They're watching the Love Gurus live,
That's
which
my
means
friend.
they're 10s. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You're a 10 in my eyes all the time.
He's my friend. He's good looking.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
go.
There you
Was
go.
he fat
I
before?
feel no. He was in high school, but he was in the military for a long time.
Okay.
So he's
Oh,
I
military.
When you said when he was in the prison, I was like close military.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be careful. How long has he been out of the military? Because I used to be in the military
only a
too. I'm a
couple
4
years.
at best. So,
couple years.
all right, couple years.
Yeah,
When I was a couple years out, I was
He
hot as
did
fuck.
11
Yeah.
years in the Navy.
There you
so,
go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The Navy. Oh, the
Yeah.
Navy is like the hugest cock block on the face of the earth.
because that's a
You're at sea with all these other. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
No.
not on you. But
Yeah.
thank you for your service.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Yeah, bro, you don't want to be in a relationship in the fucking military. You know how many relationships we get deployed and they would just be done. And it was a bunch of army dudes, so they were dumb enough not to fucking get prenups, and they like gave them general powers.
Like
so
these
these
hippopotamuses.
Yeah, these whores would clean them out.
Dependoponimus is what they're called.
Dependoponimus?
Yeah, like the army wives who just get married just to like have the benefits of the dependoponimus.
It's sort of like gold diggers in flyover states where there's no rich guys. They just marry military guys who are stupid and don't get fucking prenups, and they take all their money.
Never had that, you know.
There you go, dude. Yeah, because the other option would have been some whore would have taken all your money, dude. You're in the military.
Your son, and
she would have fucked your son. Yeah, Matthew's so good looking that like his dad doesn't trust his own mother-in-law around him. You know?
No, I think it's not a red flag. Honestly, if you are in your 30s and you haven't had a serious relationship, does it cause a pause? Absolutely. But I would probably take a dude over like that doesn't have any like relationship history over a guy who has too much of a relationship history.
Yeah, like a crazy. I would rather date someone with no relationship history over someone who has like a crazy ex-wife and 7 kids.
Or
you know?
Like if he's like, or if he's dated like 20 girls in succession since he was 18 and then like never having a break.
Yeah,
you know, like at least when you're
or he's like proposed to 7 women.
Yeah. Like if you're in your 30s,
it's the same ring he wants to give you.
He always says, "Can I get that back? Can I get that back?"
And you're like, dude, how is this a family heirloom? It's a cubic zirconium. Did they even make these in the 30s?
It is a family heirloom because I bought it and I'm trying to give it to family. Thank you.
He has a punch card at K Jewelers.
No, but I don't think it's a red flag, and I think he's my friend, so I think he's too hard on himself.
Here's also what's gonna happen.
Just lie and say that you have.
Yeah. But also, here's what's
gonna know.
And we're asking for a couple definitions. Joanne on YouTube says, Matthew on YouTube, from 1 to 10, how hot are you? Joel on YouTube says, what's the definition of serious relationship? Yeah, man. I mean, both good points. I got to know how hot you are. I got to know what you mean by serious.
But here's the other thing about being a man in your 30s is that what's going to happen is that those first round marriages are going to start breaking up about now.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a lot of chicks on the rebound. And they're going to be like, oh, my God, you're so nice.
Right.
You know, because when you're in your 20s, you want the hot bad guy. When you're in your 30s and 40s, you want the nice, responsible person with a pension. Am I right?
I was just going to say she means dude with money. That's what she means. Just a nice guy.
In their 30s.
So I would say don't stress out about it. Your time will come. But again, be looking out for those I don't want to refer to women or men or whoever you're looking to date as low-hanging fruit, but look for the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she definitely ain't messing with the dude from the last question. No, I think it's a good move, right? You just hang back, wait, find a gold digger who's like 80-year-old husband died and left her millions of dollars, and then you fuck the slightly older gold digger who's got the gold. She's outside the mine. She's already carried it out. She's already, and then you get to be you'll be a gold vulture. That's what you'll be, sir. That's what you should do.
So basically what Jake is saying is that in 15 years, you're going to be Nick Cannon, okay? Like he married
Nick Cannon, sir.
And now look where he is, man.
Yes.
Nick Cannon has no shortage of women.
100%, dude. Be the gold.
Or children.
Yeah.
He's got so many dependents.
So maybe not like Nick Cannon every way. Maybe pull out every now and then. You know what I mean? See how it works for you.
Out.
Yeah.
Every gold digger needs a bank to put it in. You be the gold banker, sir.
He's just trying to create his own drum line, guys. Come on.
But that's my final advice. Is it's gonna happen for you, Matt. Any other final advice?
Like you said, swing low, sweet chariot. Like. Honestly,
that's totally what that song was about too. Was gold diggers and getting laid.
I honestly think that like in your 30s, like more people actually come to realize like what is a good person. And so like if you're single in your 30s, you're probably more aware of who you are than you were ever at any other point in your life. And so if you're dating just like, Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
There you go.
Believe in yourself. You got it.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, Joel on YouTube says, I had what I thought was a couple of serious relationships before I got married in 97.
Cool, when I was 6.
We split up. We split up in 03. I started
12.
dating an 18-year-old. There you go, dude.
Yeah.
Joel's the cool version of that last guy. You know
For
what I
sure.
mean? Like, he's leaving his son's girlfriends out of it, but he's fucking younger women, and that's great, man. You know?
Yeah.
It's hey, Matthew on YouTube. If you work hard enough, you one day will be Joel on YouTube. I have faith in you.
Honestly, I think my friend Matthew could be a great stepdad. He has the potential. And so, ladies, if
Yeah.
and I'm not saying gold digging, ladies. I'm saying if you want a man who'll be stepping up,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
get
Alright.
a hot mom, Judd. Get a
Yeah.
hot mom. He is right in that bracket.
Matthew
Yeah.
on YouTube, I had a lot of stepdads growing up, and I can tell you right now, none of them were as hot as you, sir, or had as big a dick. That's
And
right.
he never served the country like you did.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, no, one of them was in the Navy, but he was a fucking drunk, dude. Like most military dudes,
You said
he
drunk
loved to
or
tie one
drug
on.
dealer.
Probably both.
Okay.
Definitely a drunk,
Yeah.
probably on the second thing.
Okay.
Definitely a drug user. He loved,
He was
you
doing
know,
a lot
hey.
of your analysis tests, you know.
Military guys, we can't pass any kind of fucking thing. Yeah, afterwards you either become a senator or a junkie. That's that's what happens with military people.
I've seen
One of
Forrest
two
Gump.
roads.
I believe it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, he did not go the Forrest Gump route where he became a shrimp slinging millionaire. Yeah, he was a dick slinging junkie
Just
like
what your
Lieutenant
mom
Dan.
was hoping.
Yeah. My mom very much fucked Lieutenant Dan and not Forrest Gump. Like Lieutenant Dan before he fucking got the fake legs and started doing business with Ford. Just the one in Times Square
Yeah.
with the horse and the beard.
Yep.
Hookers laughing at him because he's got no legs. You know what I mean?
He's falling on the ground, and they're calling
dude.
Forrest stupid.
That was more my stepdad speed, was Lieutenant Dan in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
But hey,
Yeah.
at least he said, "Don't call him stupid."
Don't you ever call
I
him
am
stupid.
She
Yeah.
tasted
Yeah.
like cigarettes.
Joel on YouTube says, now Suzanne and Amy on YouTube will never get to speak to me again.
Well, perfect. I think we answered that question.
I think so,
and
too.
Also,
Thank you,
it
Matthew.
dovetails nicely into the next question. So thank you again, Matthew, for being, for bringing us your question. We appreciate that.
You are
very
the
much.
man. Thank you to Matthew. Thank you to all the listeners
the
right now, man.
vulnerability. I
Ask
love
more questions live on the show, man. In the chats there. Let's take our next question from the wild animals on Reddit. If you guys got a question to write in, write it to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, watch live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Let's take another one from Reddit.
Next question. My friends ranked me last for physical attractiveness
Oh, shit.
in front of everyone. During a
fuck
recent
me.
game of Truth or Dare, my friends...
I only hang out with Simon Cowell and lesser Simon Cowell.
During a recent game of Truth or Dare, my friends, a couple, both ranked me last for physical attractiveness amongst our friends. The
damn.
couple in question were neighbors of my wife and I, and we
See,
became...
they always say take truth and not dare. I'd rather lick a disgusting thing. I would rather do a bump off of the pregnancy stick than hear about what an ugly fuck I am, you know?
The couple in question were neighbors of my wife and I. We became friends recently, and we've been hanging out with them for the past few months because they seemed cool. During our hangouts, we sometimes play Truth or Dare and ask really, ask the usual
This
juicy
has to be
questions.
young. Did they say how old he is or any of that?
No, there's no age on this
Okay.
one, which is bummer. We usually just play Truth or Truth. This evening they came over to our place, and very early on, the woman said that she had a tough question in mind for Truth or Truth, but she just wanted to play it when the other two friends were present as well. But the guy later asked this question, emphasizing that it was a tough question. He asked his wife, rank all of us and our friend group in terms of physical attractiveness. She ranked me last.
Ooh.
She then asked me the same question, and he ranked me last as well. Both were sort of smiling about it.
That friend is a dick. They either did it in a roasty, ball busty kind of way, because that's kind of fun. Like, if that was a good friend of mine, like, I would definitely do that. Like, if it was a good friend of mine who's been on the podcast at least twice, and Amy ranked him last, I would be like, yeah, dude, you're fucking last. You're last, dude. You suck. But, like, if it's just a guy, you know what I mean? Out of politeness, I'd be like, you're like second to last, maybe.
Yeah.
You know? That other dude over there, he's uglier than you.
Yeah. But it's truth or truth. So
Right.
it's truth.
Truth.
That's the thing. You got to be balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Brutally honest. There's no.
Gotta have a tough skin for truth. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You gotta be real.
So he continues on saying, I was obviously hurt by it, but I laughed it off at the time. The truth of what they said didn't matter to me. It was the fact that they asked this unnecessary question. I can't bear to see them again, not just because I'm angry at them for asking such a question, but perhaps because they're not nice people. I thought they were. Should I cut all ties? So yeah, I think we get the gist of it. It's a friend group. They're
To
all
anyone
hanging out.
watching on YouTube, I had a tough time with that question 3. I was really flipping it upside down.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was pretty wild. Sorry,
Nice.
continue.
Nice.
But so they were all hanging out. It's the friend group, and then one of the truth questions, as they're playing Truth or Truth, was rank us in from most attractive to least attractive, and this guy got ranked least attractive both times. Now, the good news is that it kind of sounds like there were only like maybe 6 people. If I'm the 6th most attractive person in a room at any given point,
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy about it. I'm
I
like,
mean,
really?
yeah. Yeah.
6? Okay.
Even if we're single digits, we're happy about that.
Yeah.
The
We'll take
problem
it.
with this story that is concerning to me is it's obviously a man that was ranked last.
Yeah.
And like,
Sure.
so that now becomes a public safety issue. Like,
Right, yeah. 100%.
especially if this took place in Colorado. I don't know where these callers are calling in from, but now we got to call the National Guard in and make sure that they're available for every sporting event.
Every school teacher is strapped within a 20-mile radius of this question.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they're adults now at this point, but I would definitely, arm up.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm coming in with
it's
my
just-
stay together take.
Sure.
You said that they giggled after they said you're ugly.
Yeah, they giggled
Nah,
at each
nah,
other.
nah, nah.
Listening.
They
I'll be
wanna
right back.
fuck
Go and
him.
grab more.
Ah!
They're like, oh, you're
Oh!
ugly.
Yeah.
You think that's what it is? They're doing that reverse psychology
Yeah.
of like,
You're
well, now
so
that your
ugly,
self-esteem
no one
is
would
down.
fuck you, but if you'd fuck us,
Yeah.
yeah, we're good. Like we
Yeah.
the kids have a babysitter until midnight,
Right.
so
That that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Where like there's like that strategy of like if you're trying to pick someone up, you go up to the person, insult them essentially, and then they're like,
they're
"What are you
negging.
talking
It's
about?"
called negging.
Negging,
and the couple, one of the like the wife or something or whatever, was the one who was like, I got a truth or truth.
Yeah, I mean, this was
This
sound,
is set up.
It does sound very calculated.
They were
I mean,
like-
this was a
they were like-
conversation over their breakfast
They
table.
were like, hey, what if we told Dave he's really fucking ugly, and then we bring down his self-esteem so much that he'd fuck us. And they're like, fuck it, Darlene, you're so fucking right. Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking fuck Dave. He's so hot.
Yeah.
We have to bring down. He has to know his worth is lower than his actual worth to try and fuck us. He's too hot to know that he needs to bring down a peg. They're nagging him so that he would fuck them.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a philosophy. But if that's the case,
I mean, that's what I would do if I was a swinger.
Yeah.
Not that I am a swinger, but if
I don't think it's that hard to get a man to fuck you, though.
Oh, no,
like
no, no.
you
Yeah,
don't
that's
have
true.
to neg
No.
him. You
If
just
he's
have
super
to.
yeah.
No, what if
That's
they're
also-
ugly?
yeah.
What if they're an ugly couple?
That's true, but I mean,
He might.
yeah,
need,
they ranked themselves above him. So
Yeah.
it's like he wasn't like
Obviously, they're not going to, put someone above them.
Yeah.
They're delusional. So
yeah. They,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
they do sound like
Yeah.
but yeah. So his question is,
I like the idea of them ranking themselves last. Like, this is why we work in the tower at Notre Dame. We are the ugliest couple.
but yeah, his question is, should he cut ties with them? And I say yes. For all reasons. Well, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of walking back on that because if you are really so bothered, first of all, yeah, as Cher sort of pointed out, oh, a man, you got your looks insulted. Try being a woman in a dressing room for like one hot second, okay?
Oh, I have no idea how I look anymore. I've become so numb to insults.
But it's just, yeah, it's like we are so constantly always told we're too fat, we're too skinny, et cetera, et cetera, et
I
cetera.
got told I had a butt dimple on the street the other day by
A
I
butt dimple?
don't even know if that was a cat call or a cat like, hey, just so you know, your ass has a dimple kind of situation. I didn't know how to take it. I did find out later that I guess it's good because it means your butt's real. But it felt in that moment. It felt in that moment that was like,
There's no dimple. This
"Excuse
thing is all
me?"
baking soda.
I was like, no, that's just cellulite. Shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah. Like what? Yeah, I mean, how are you? Yeah, are you supposed to now? Your life is now your life is ruined because now you know that you have a butt dimple, and he just thought you should know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like that's so
It was
fucking
his
weird.
probably Saturday morning because he was drinking
Yeah.
straight out the bottle.
You should have turned around
okay.
and just fucking made a whole scene about I have a butt dimple.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Just
I would have
fucking
done that, but
scream.
I had my dog with me, and she would have started barking, and she's in a raincoat, so she looks really threatening, and I just wasn't trying to do that on Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Yeah, I
My
just
dog also has a butt dimple.
Yeah. Thank you, Amy.
Yeah. I
She
think
said I'm beautiful.
yeah, but so his question again is like, should
But she
he
lies. She tells me
I
I'm
know.
beautiful too.
She's also
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Amy's like high on pregnancy, and
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
everyone's beautiful.
Everyone's
It's-
great.
it's-
The world's amazing.
Everyone's amazing. Babies are amazing. I love you guys. No, I
Yeah,
think
now,
I'm
Amy's
okay.
the opposite of the people from this question.
Yeah.
It's like she'll tell you you're great looking, even though you're a
Wait a
fucking
minute, I've
short.
gotten before she was pregnant. I've gotten Amy drunk many times. He said, "You're beautiful. I love you. You're great."
Yeah,
That's
but
like in that order. Like, you're beautiful. You love you. You're great.
yeah, but my wife says that shit to me too,
Yeah.
and it's just not true.
It's weird. She
she's
said
a
it
lie.
while you were giving your vows at your wedding, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Did you?
She turned during the vows and was like, "Also, Lauren, you're great. You're beautiful. You're great."
Yeah. So I mean, so what do you guys think? Like, do you guys think that he should keep hanging out with these friends? I mean,
Fuck
because
'em.
they are neighbors.
Fuck him.
Oh,
Fuck,
okay.
like,
All right.
fuck.
I would
Yeah.
say stop hanging out just on the basis that they're adults and they're playing truth or truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
fuck them, then stop hanging out with them because that is dork shit. That is weird. The truth or truth shit, that is weird. And I bet that they, have like weird, like potluck nights, but it's themed, and you have to make a dish that you've never made before, and you're
Yeah.
just like you feel bad because you're like I didn't do this service, and now everyone's gonna judge me, and you feel bad
Yeah.
about yourself.
I mean, I don't think they're doing
it
it now, but I
Yeah.
definitely think that the couple who plays Truth or Dare when they're young, because let's face it, no one at 55 is going,
The only-
hey, let's listen to Jimmy Buffett and play Truth or Dare. Like, it's just not happening,
yeah.
right?
Honestly, if I
but,
found that for
but
my
they're going to
parents-
grow into that person. They're going to grow into the potluck
If
people.
my parents, if I found out today, April 7th, 2022, if I found out that my nearly 70-year-old mother and my nearly 60-year-old father, yes, there is an age difference, we're still playing Truth or Dare, I'd be like, you know what? That's fucking hot. But, yeah, only because they're so old, and I'm looking right at them. You're
Oh,
old.
yeah, they're listening.
You're so old, and if you're playing Truth or Dare with your friends, that's so hot, like
Yeah.
fun. Like honestly, good for you. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know?
Lauren's parents, if you're still watching, what's the weirdest shit you guys do with your friends? What's the weirdest goddamn games?
He helps.
Well,
them,
I was gonna
but-
say, to me, honestly, the only time I've ever suggested Truth or Dare was because I was 7 and I wanted to kiss a boy.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It was
Right,
like
that's what I'm saying.
it was like, okay, maybe not 7, but maybe like 12, and I wanted to kiss a boy. And so
Yeah.
it's like, oh, Truth or Dare, I dare you to kiss me. What?
Yeah, you shouldn't be old enough to play Truth or Dare and drive a car. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know,
But
those two
but
ages
to
don't
Lauren's
overlap.
point, if her parents are sat round daring another attractive
that hot?
Bostonian,
That sounds hot.
another attractive Bostonian couple, Truth
Ooh.
or Dare. I'm just saying, I've seen that video
Interesting.
Yeah.
on the internet.
That's true. Because here's the thing. if
That's
you're
called
still-
a Dunkin' Donut. You know what I'm saying?
Dunkin'
That's a Dunkin' Donut if I ever seen one. You
Yeah,
know? Like
yeah.
a Kelly's roast beef
All
if
right.
I've ever
and it's
had
gotta
one.
be
you know?
it's gotta be wild because think about it. If you're in your 50s, your 60s, whatever, and you're playing Truth or Dare, you've been playing it for decades.
Yeah.
You're so fucking jaded by shit. It has to be like
I feel like you've been jaded and you got reintroduced to Truth or Dare.
right.
You know, you're like, oh, this is fun and this is kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
You know,
The same
we're
stuff
with
won't do
other
it for you.
couples and we're saying, hey, who here gives the best head? And you're like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I have to say that Eileen does, and that's not my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's,
yeah,
I mean, that's really what that's to me screams cul-de-sac community.
yeah. Which I'm not from. I'm from just a street that has a bad a light system that sometimes there's accidents at. It's a bad intersection.
Yeah.
That's not where my parents are from. So they're definitely not swingers with the
Sure.
neighbors.
Ah, got
But
it. Yeah.
you know, I believe it a little bit. The way that my dad says hi to my mom's music friends, it's weird. they
There you
kiss each
go.
other on the cheek. It's like, oh, you guys done stuff in the Cape, you know?
The
It's
Cape.
great.
The Cape.
The
The
Cape.
Cape hides all. The Cape
Yeah.
hides all. Yeah.
People either end up fucking or getting eaten by sharks. That's
Yeah.
truth or dare in the Cape, man.
And
It's wild.
less likely by sharks. Just all fucks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We're behind on comments. Berman's OSGS says, I just saw you were live and stopped in to check out the podcast. Thank you, Burns. OSGS.
Nice.
Joel on YouTube says, it's truth or God's honest truth. I want no part of that game.
Yeah.
Amy on YouTube says, sorry, I can't invite you to our swingers party because I only sleep with 6s or above. Joel on YouTube says, Jake, your question 3 is suffering from shrinkage. Yeah, this is back. I was trying to flip it around. So it was a whole goddamn ordeal.
Yeah.
It's a real goddamn knife fight tonight with the tech things. I'm using a new computer tonight, so it's been a bit much. Joanne on YouTube says LOL. Joel on YouTube also says LOL. Amy on YouTube. Oh, she says you're beautiful. We already read that.
read out that.
I read that one.
Yeah. We probably don't need to read the
My
others.
eyes zero in real quick on compliments, so thank you.
There you go. She can read them blindfolded upside down.
I
She can
have
read the
my
comments.
contacts in, but I can see that clearly.
Nice.
There you go.
2020.
But yeah, okay. So my final advice for this question is: look, just whatever. I mean, you first of all do need to just grow up and realize what's going on. But secondly, if you don't, here's the thing: is you're an adult, and if you don't want to hang out with someone because they're not a cool hang, don't hang out with them. Okay, like just grow up is my final advice. What do you guys have for final advice?
Fuck
for
them
this person?
and move away.
Yeah, sure.
Fucking run.
I mean, I don't know. You gotta just grow up. Like,
Yeah.
just get a good run. Like, go out there, bang some hot people. Like, go to the bar, get on Tinder. Don't let it get to you.
Yeah, good advice. Yeah, Jake.
Yeah, dude, I mean, this is going to happen a lot. The older you get, the more often you're going to be the ugliest person in the room. I'm the ugliest person in most rooms. I'm the ugliest person in the room I'm in that right now. All right? Does it bother me? No. Because I did what you should do. I have 2 pieces of advice for you. You can either A, do what I did, get more ugly, and just marry a lady for very much who loves you on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, just find that. Or what you could do, make this a 90s milk commercial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You start, not milk, we learned that dairy's not so good, but it's like a metaphor. Like, you're going to get hot in the future. You're going to make this a goddamn training montage. You understand? Play some cheesy 80s rock music, start lifting weights, train like Rocky and Rocky 4, go to Russia, maybe not Russia now, there's some shit going on, I heard. But go in the cold, start chopping trees, get hot as fuck.
Jake,
go
just-
back a year from now with a 6-pack and a full head of hair.
Jake,
and
just
you
for
play
the
truth or dare again.
record, you're only ugly in this room because you have a penis. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's gross.
Well, that's one of the.
gross.
So gross.
That's reason number
Really
7 on the
gross.
list.
That's
That's reason number 7 on the list. There's also beer gut. There's also hairline. There's also kind of looking like Steve Buscemi. There's also my crazy teeth. There's a lot of reasons, you know.
What did your dad say?
Oh
Wait.
shit! We just got an answer to the question. Steven on YouTube says, I believe this is to my question of what's the weirdest shit that you and Lauren's mom do with your friends. He said no truth or dare, but Lauren can tell you Dave Attell asked us and her mother's response.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So it. Wow. Okay.
David Tell asked my parents if. David Tell asked my dad if he eats pussy. And I didn't look because I knew he was talking to them, and my dad, I think, silently nodded. Sorry, he didn't nod. My mom gave him a thumbs up.
Oh wow!
And then he said, "Are you any good at it?" And my mom gave a big thumbs up.
Oh,
and
wow.
that was on my birthday weekend, by the way. And I have never been to the Comedy Cellar since. So.
And then he
you
sent
get
Dave
for
Attell a
bringing your
picture
hair.
of him doing it.
They
It was crazy.
wanted to go. They wanted to go.
I think that's great. I
Yeah.
think Dave brought your family closer.
Listen, my
together.
parents fuck, and I know it, and it's a weird. And people don't understand. They think, "Oh, that's gross, that's weird." And it's like, listen, I'd rather my parents fuck than divorce. All right,
Oh,
I'd rather.
I think
That's healthy.
everyone,
I'd rather-
everyone who's this podcast ears reach wants your parents to fuck
Yeah,
more.
like
100%.
You know, it's just
Dave Attell does. That's why he was keeping.
Dave Attell
Yes.
also. Dave Attell said to my dad, "Fuck you," because he knew for sure my uncomfortability, my mom's pleasure face. Like he knew my dad and it was just like, oh my god, it was like,
Sure.
fuck you. So, anyways, I was gonna say, it's very awkward to know that. Yeah, thumbs up, asshole.
Got a thumbs up.
It's very weird they have this relationship with my parents, but I'd rather them fuck any day and keep each other fucking. Like I just hope that when they do go on to another part of your life, I'm gonna get them a tombstone. It's gonna be a shared tombstone. And it's gonna say "We fucked till the end." And I bet
think it
But-
should be like a drawing
Yeah.
of your dad's
Fucking-
head in between your
Yeah.
mother's legs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And some grass like strategically placed in the tomb by the
Uh-huh.
grave.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of
Grass
books.
means
It's
your
a little
mom.
bit of
I'm
books.
gonna do that.
Drawing.
Thank you, Cher. I'm gonna do that for them for sure. Yeah,
We're
that
gonna get
is
the Da Vinci of
beautiful.
landscapers to just
It's a-
fucking trim the
honestly,
bush
guys,
around your
it's
mom's bush.
very Italian to put like some kind of image, and
Uh-huh.
for my dad to just be eating out my mom,
Yeah.
and then saying "we fucked until the end." That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And you got to
I mean,
have
that's-
on the tombstone Dave Attell with the microphone going, "They're fucking in this life and the next. Look at that. He's going down on her, even beyond the grave."
I think that's perfect. I think we answered that question.
Yeah.
I think we did too.
Let's do one more.
Last question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, if you have questions to write in, then goddamn it, write in right now to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, put on your phone, on your calendar to tune in live next week and every week, Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Ask us your questions live in the chat. We're going to take our last question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Last question. The guy that I'm seeing's roommate waits on him and he pays her bills. I've been casually dating this guy for like 4 months. Nothing serious. I date other people, so does he, and we enjoy each other's company. He's super nice, but his roommate basically waits on him, and in return, she doesn't pay rent and he pays for her car, insurance, and phone. She's a really nice person and I like her, but she basically spoils him, and it's kind of fucking weird. And I think that this might be the whole why he's single moment. I was at his house and she made us lunch, and then he would just kind of be like, "Hey, can you grab us some drinks? We're in the middle of a movie." She seems happy to do it. I asked him, and she is basically a good friend of his who was in a bad spot, and he was looking for a housekeeper, so they helped each other out. However, that was 3 years ago. They just decoded the arrangement was working, so she's kind of like this, like his personal assistant. She says that she also tells him no and that he does help her out, so it's not contractual or anything. She's asexual, child-free, and not super social. She just enjoys taking care of the house. She says that she enjoys being a domestic goddess with a ton of extra cash. She also decorates the place, runs
Oh,
errands.
if I had $1 for every time an ex told me, "It's fine, he's asexual." That's just, he doesn't
Yeah.
fuck. He doesn't fuck.
Make sure that their bills are all paid, so she does see his finances. Is this arrangement a huge red flag or kind of the best thing ever? So basically, yeah, to give a quick recap, she's casually dating this guy, and he basically has like a live-in helper.
Indentured servitude.
Yeah.
And he has indentured servitude. I've been like sitting here like he's got indentured servitude.
Yeah. And she is, I guess, totally fine with it. But yeah, I mean, there are transactions in this equation. She does things for him. He pays for her bills. This is a transactional relationship. If she is saying, "Oh, she's super nice. It doesn't seem weird when I go over there." I don't know. I think it's a personal thing. Like, if you don't think that they are having a relationship, are you kind of okay with dating someone with a servant?
Listen,
Essentially,
my family's from the South, and this is okay. And the Culps are from the South, and we're from the North South Carolina area, and this is what you call, like, you just got yourself an indentured servant. There's a different term.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Never in the history of the South has paying people $0 ever fucked them in the ass.
Yeah,
you know?
but he's
well, no,
paying
he's
her bills.
he's paying
He's
her.
paying
so
for
I'm
the
calling
bills.
it. That's why
Yeah.
I'm calling it, and specifically using the language.
But
indentured
she's
servant.
living there. She's living there not getting a paycheck, doing all this
No,
stuff for him.
so she has a job. So she has a job. She just does not have rent. She has a job and
Okay, I
has
missed
no
that part.
bills. So she's basically has this lifestyle
Wow.
and just saving all the cash.
Oh, see,
My
Amy must be
question-
from the South.
My
'cause she wants one,
question
too.
is to the caller or to the person who
Yeah.
wrote this. What do you want? Because
Good
this
question.
man doesn't want to commit to you. He's seeing additional women beyond whatever this arrangement is that he has with this woman that decorates his home, makes his food, does everything for him.
Yeah.
Where are you fitting
Right,
in? What
right.
do you stand to gain from
That's
this?
fucking weird.
Where do you fit into the equation?
She's there
like
for sex.
Yeah,
that's
it's-
but
yeah.
you can get
And,
sex.
she's
You
there
wait a minute. You could get sex from anyone.
Yeah.
So what else is he bringing to the table? You know, he's too busy.
I
must
He's
make
too
a lot of
busy
money.
paying,
I think
paying
I
this
have-
other woman's rent, like paying for her to live. What is the goal of the
Oh,
woman writing this?
oh, I
How
think
is
it's-
she
I
gonna
think
move
it's-
in?
Right.
I-
yeah.
I think she
this
wants
other
an.
woman is going to let another woman move in and fuck up her situation.
I think she's
She's
Southern
going to
too,
start
and I
planting
think
seeds
she-
in his head. Like, listen,
you
I
guys-
think he's
yeah.
fucking your son or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't.
I think
Yeah.
I think she's also interested in an indentured servant, and she's like, "Oh my, this
Well,
is nice."
I think we're really missing the
And-
obvious of this what the underlying truth is that this guy's fucking rich. Like this guy to
Yeah,
me
Not
he's ve-
necessarily.
Well,
no, you don't.
okay.
Hard to say.
I
Yeah, it's a
understand what you're
tough one.
saying
It's a
that
tough
some
one.
yeah,
he
I understand what
could
you're
be
saying, but,
like middle class, and this
but to
maybe
her he has
maybe
money.
there's like drugs and alcohol involved.
maybe.
I
I
feel
think
so. I
like
think that's a
feel
little
like
more-
probably
yeah.
there's maybe this woman is probably drug dependent.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so? Oh,
The one
wow.
that's living in the house
I
and
think so,
not
too.
working,
Yeah.
or
Really?
Good call.
like yeah,
Oh,
I
I
would
did.
say
Sign
off on that.
drug
Oh,
dependent.
See,
Uh-huh.
here's what I thought. I
Everything
thought,
everything goes back to drugs and alcohol with
Yeah.
me.
Pretty much.
see,
pretty
I
much.
here's what I
Some
thought.
addiction.
That the
You're 100 spot on. She
That's
what you
does it-
think?
Yeah. uh-huh.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
this is what I thought. I thought that this guy was rich. Now, again, the definition of rich really depends on what county you live in, essentially. Like, I'm not suggesting he's like Warren
Yeah, but
Buffett
we're
rich.
trashy Midwest people. This
Yeah.
is like Midwest rich.
That's
If-
what I'm
yeah,
saying. But to
yeah.
her, he has money, and so that's why she's fine with having this casual relationship for such a long time, because she's like, oh, eventually I'll become queen of the castle and also be quote unquote rich with this indentured servant. Because like otherwise, why would you have such a long casual relationship? That to me, like, it's one
weird,
thing if it's
yeah.
a couple months, but 4 months is a long time to
Yeah.
still be like casually seeing
yeah, I break
someone.
up after like 6.
Right.
so,
Like, it's not even worth your time. Like, for me, it wouldn't even be worth the time. Like, if you're
Yeah.
also dating other people, like, in that time you haven't, I don't know.
Even
like,
if you're dating other people, like at least see someone that can offer something to you. Like the idea of
Right.
me going over to someone's house, watching a movie and having some strange woman like bring us food and sit
I
at
like the
home
idea
on
of
the
Netflix and
couch.
chilling, and she's just coming up like, "Do you need more water? Do you need more?" Like she's
Right.
like a waitress.
Like, yeah,
I went
it's
to-
so weird.
I've been to the gold class cinema, that where they do serve you drinks and food when you're watching a movie. It's pretty nice.
It's pretty
I
nice,
liked
but
it.
yeah, but you also that's the movie theater, bro.
But
Like,
I also
yeah.
paid for
It's
it.
not,
so-
it's not
Yeah.
at the guy's house that you're banging.
But our question-
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
does she also clean up like the dirty sheets when you're done?
Right, that's weird.
Yeah,
It's fucking
question
weird.
is
that's
more-
why I think she's high.
Yeah.
She's high as shit. You gotta be,
Wow.
dude. You gotta be like, okay.
It does, I
especially
mean,
with- so,
I'm just saying I didn't see it, but what you guys are saying does make sense.
But like,
Yeah,
okay,
'cause
but her
she's-
question is more.
she's bringing in money.
Is
She's
this
working.
weird?
It's just she's got
Right.
a lot of expenses. Yeah, like I think that's
Yeah.
what's going on.
But
Yeah,
like, her
Oh.
question is more.
Or maybe
is this
he's
weird?
providing the drugs, of course.
that's exactly.
There's
right?
something, yeah.
There's some weird
Oh,
shit
wow.
going on.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
but
This sounds
her,
illegal.
Her question is more: is this weird and not? Is she sleeping with him? And like, she has no worry about him. So this girl's but ugly, So That's all I'm getting, because she's not saying like, oh, she has no threat to this woman. She's just like,
Yeah.
oh, like he pays her
But
rent.
okay, even Arnold Schwarzenegger was doing it with
she
the
was
maid.
hot.
Right.
The maid?
Yeah, she was decent. Probably 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah,
Because
I didn't see, but I think it's a situation where like the maid was hot.
yeah, but like she was hot, and like the
Schwarzenegger's
photos they
maid.
used,
She was,
when, like,
the maid was
when
maybe she wasn't hotter than Maria,
Googling.
but
No.
you can't tell me
She
Maria's
was not
easy to
hot
live
at the
with.
time.
Okay,
Yeah.
she was tired of Maria's nagging and her fucking political stances, and he just wanted to
100%.
Yeah.
be with a woman who didn't nag him all the time.
Every time I'm inside her, she's talking about campaigns and money.
Or for all
Why
we know,
the
Maria
maid
was done,
doesn't
like,
even speak
having
English. She doesn't
like,
do any of
sex,
that.
You know, I think they had a kid younger than this kid, but he was like, she was done, and he was like, all right, if you're not gonna give me a kid, I'm gonna go get another kid. You okay? Like,
Yeah.
If you think normal wives don't fuck a lot when they get older, wait till you start marrying Kennedys.
it's your fault that we hired a maid named Maria.
Oh, maybe that's what was actually Arnold was just naked in the bedroom and he yelled out Maria. The
Yeah.
wrong Maria came in and sat on his dick.
yeah.
God damn! If I had a
and
nickel
get-
for every time that happened.
And literally, his illegitimate son looks more like his son than his.
Yeah, his
actual-
son is the spitting image.
I mean, this is after
Wait, let me
she's
see.
getting all the
Let's hear,
child
'cause-
support. Because
kinda hot.
before, when she was just
All right,
a
that's hotter than I remember.
I
To be
think,
fair, I think
I'm
they
going
used
back to
shitty
my
photos.
theory that
You're-
again. I think she was just a warm body when he was pissed at Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
She's like, I have to go do Alzheimer's research, and he was like, why?
Best Arnold impression.
to put it in your pussy.
My maid may not be Olympian hot, but at least she's seen the Running Man and thinks it's good.
He's like, where's the Expendables?
It's almost like if Arnold Schwarzenegger were Beavis or
Yeah.
Butthead. Like,
He's like, I have a true lie for you, Maria. My true lie is I fucked a maid.
oh well. Okay, so my final advice for this person, her question is this a red flag
No.
or kind of awesome?
No, she just got into a situation where she don't gotta do shit. She don't gotta do any of that girlfriend shit where you're like, oh, look at me, I'm a perfect wife candidate. She just has to show up, go on dates, enjoy his time, get fucked, whatever. And this other person comes over and cleans their fucking plates, fucking cleans the bathroom. Like, I'm not saying that I'm down for a servant, but like, she's getting one, and just be together. Like,
Yeah.
be chill,
But
girl.
she's also decorating the house. Like, there's no room for
Right.
you in this
Yeah.
equation.
I get- yeah,
100%.
Because to
Oh,
me,
there is. Her
to me,
vagina.
I think
there's
it's
not.
To me, I think it's a
No.
red.
Just-
Okay, it
yeah.
depends on what she wants. If she wants a long-term partner, like a serious relationship, if she is just fine with like the casual thing, then yeah, I agree. It's totally fine. But if she wants a long-term partner, to me, it is a huge red flag because when you're with someone, yeah, you do things like go and buy plants and shit together, and you like build a life together, and that's not possible when
That's a weird way
Trixie,
you say it. You're engaged and you're like, build a life together.
Well,
Are you joking on your own engagement?
that was in all seriousness. Because even when you're doing it, you like it, but that voice is still saying it in your head. Anyway,
Build a life together.
build a life together.
See, the voice in my head when me and my wife got married wasn't build a life together. It was live in a basement. And we succeeded. That voice is right. Both the angel and the devil were on my shoulder going, yeah, bro, basements are good.
Yo,
like,
the
you
angel
guys,
and devil and you're on your shoulder like, this is the best you can do, dude. Take
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
take it.
the angel and the devil, they high five. They're like, bro, like we went to the same fraternity together.
They're
Like,
like-
we're pretty much the same guy.
They're like, you look like a young Steve Buscemi.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Check your privilege.
Yeah, but so my final advice is this is if you want a long-term relationship, it's weird and you need to end things immediately. What other final
Unless
advice
she's
do you guys?
Southern and she's like, I know this, so
It's fine.
But-
she's
but-
like, this is fine.
Okay.
But before we
I
go
was-
into more final advice, I'm going to catch up on the comments. Joel on YouTube says, I think this is going back to the parents' tombstone thing.
Yeah.
He says Lauren hasn't celebrated her birthday since that night.
I celebrated on
he
this podcast a couple months ago.
Yeah, it was
She
super
did.
fun.
She did. It was awesome. Joel says, "Oh God, is Lauren going to put hieroglyphs on her parents' headstone?"
No, they're going to be very tasteful drawings.
Yeah.
And now I think this is now for this question. Amy on YouTube says, "Oh, I want one."
So she is from the South.
Amy says, "Will she be my friend?" Joel says, "She can be my friend too. Are there benefits?" Joel on YouTube says, "When you zoom in on Suzanne, the painting takes a different view. The labels are uneven."
I'm sitting in this exact spot for a reason.
Yeah. It looks like there's a lady
it's
looking
this way.
at you.
Hey, Jake, what's the new wine we're sponsored by?
The new wine we are sponsored by is none other than Hess Select Pinot Grigio. Do you guys want a delicious Pinot Grigio to top off the end of your Thursday night? That you can't do better than Hess Select. The lion is a symbol. And again, it's got a lion on the label. They're not just crazy. This isn't just Exotic Joe who's fucking taking over their labeling. The lion is the emblem of the Hess family and symbolizes the bold and preserving character of our founder, Donald Trump. No, Donald Hess. Donald Hess is the founder. In his honor, we strive to make the very best wines that elevate your everyday. This refreshing Pinot Grigio combines tropical fruit notes of ripe pineapple and citrus with a light touch of acidity and finishes with perfect balance. Hess Select Pinot Grigio. Get you some. Now let's finish this last question on the Love Gurus podcast from the Wild Animals.
So what other final advice do we have for this person?
Well, get out before you become addicted to cocaine.
Very sound advice. Yes. Don't develop a drug habit just because you like to get served Pepsi while watching a movie.
Sure.
Sounds like a bad path to go down.
I mean, I do feel that the obvious advice, as it is in many times, and as Suzanne pointed out before she read any of these questions, is these people should break up. That is the obvious answer with this one, too. That said, you don't think so?
No, I'm always on the thing of don't break up.
Oh, look at
tonight.
That's her
That's
motto
my thing
for
tonight.
tonight. Yeah.
Tonight is we all stay together, we all fuck, we all get married.
That's right.
I think.
That's right. I don't care if you're not into each other. If it's dry, spit on it.
Honestly, I'm just saying.
I've seen Brokeback Mountain.
From everything I've heard, she doesn't really.
She wishes she could
have
quit him, just like in that movie.
She doesn't really have a problem with this. It's the is this weird? More of a comment. Is this weird? But, like, it's not weird, girl. That's called indentured servitude, and people have done it for centuries in this country.
What she's saying is the statue shouldn't be torn down. Is that where you're going with it?
This woman in this apartment is being human trafficked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think she's okay with it.
She's not a U.S. citizen, and she can't go anywhere. All right.
I think the writer is.
She usually
okay
asks
with it.
us if we want another drink in Bulgarian. It's
Like,
strange.
I
She
feel
has
like-
weird brandings
I feel
all
like the
over
thing
her.
she left out was, is
She's
it
a Nexian.
bad that my boyfriend has a slave and I'm okay with it? Like, is that bad? Like, I feel like I should feel bad, but it's not my slave. It's my boyfriend's slave. Is that bad?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like a Roots kind of slave. It's more like a Bunny Ranch kind
Yeah.
of slave. Like a Hugh Hefner kind of slave.
And you're just like, yeah, it's bad.
Here's
It's
my
bad.
here's my overall Aunt Suzanne advice
I
for
think
everyone.
she should stay. I think she should stay with him. For the record, my final advice: stay with him. You're gonna inherit it in there.
No.
Yeah.
Indentured
My-
servitude.
You think it's ancient Roman laws, like the
no,
indentured
I'm talking
servant
about- I'm
comes
talking
to
about-
you
I'm
if this man dies?
No, that's literally slavery laws. If you
The FBI.
Man,
the
no,
FBI.
I'm sorry, I'm not from North Carolina. I don't
you
have
guys
all
don't
these.
know about the
I don't-
slave trade.
I don't
in the
have
US?
all these written on my family crest. I don't have all the. I don't have all the rules.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's good.
I'm just saying I still have one.
I'm just saying that
Emancipation is a
I
loose
understand
term.
from a business perspective and from a marital perspective perspective, she don't let him do shit if she marries this guy. So marry him. That's my whole thing tonight. Marry him.
Okay.
You got him made.
But
you move forward.
But also, let's just state the obvious. And again, this is my Aunt Suzanne advice. If you see your life as the beginning of a Netflix series, get out.
Sure.
Like you're like, oh, I mean, everything seems so fine later. But then, yeah, the cops are like busting into your house because, this person's being trafficked.
Agreed.
Yeah, just get out. If you see the plot developing.
Taken for free rent.
As someone works
Taken for
in
free rent.
unscripted television, please stay in so we can make that documentary.
You
series.
want your life to be like the beginning of a 1 hour doc, not
Yes.
a 10-hour series.
10 years
Those
ago,
are the,
this woman answered a Craigslist ad. And we have not heard or seen, she's not seen the outside world since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She answered an ad in Czechoslovakian that said, "Do you want sexy American husband with big dick, lots of money? Then come here. I will marry you." And then tasered and has been living in this man's apartment for a
The weird
decade.
thing is, I love their episode on 90 Day Fiance. Like, it was amazing. It was just weird when the servant came through and was like, "I have to wash your socks."
But this
real
is
quick.
no. You got this episode. This is a show called 9 Year Fiance. It's darker, much darker.
She's still waiting for the papers.
But she didn't have to wait for a tattoo done with a hot fucking curling iron. She got that day one of 9 Year Fiance.
Oh, shit.
Well, perfect. I think
What am I doing with this right here?
but perfect. I think we answered that question.
Yeah.
I think we did too. I think we answered all the questions. Thank you so much to both of our guests. Thank you to Cher. Thank you to Lauren.
Yeah.
And thank you to our listeners, man, especially everybody that was live on YouTube tonight, man. Thank you to Joel. Thank you to Amy. Thank you to Joanne. Thank you to Steve and your lovely wife, man. Thank you to Lauren's parents. You guys are fucking awesome.
They're fucking tonight.
Yeah.
He's giving her that good old,
Dave Attell cuddling
split.
Yeah.
In the words of Dave Patel, they're going to have a post-podcast pounding. It's thank you to Burman's OSG. Thank you to everybody, man, that watched tonight. And to the listeners, if you have a question to write in to Love Gurus Podcast, write it to loveguruspodcast at yahoo.com, or even better, watch live every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Until next week, later.
This is me.